Hey everyone, I'm Lewis. You might know me from my band Jolly, or maybe you saw me in one of those video game medleys on YouTube, like Freddy Greddy's legendary Zelda medley. I'm the guy not wearing the elf costume. You also might have noticed me playing the oboe in the background of the 1940 Disney classic Fantasia. Now this is only possible because I own a time machine. One other place you might have seen me is beating up those two shirtless skinheads back in the early 2000s. If you don't know me, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. I just wanted to tell you about something that I stumbled upon that completely changed my life. And not only did it change my life and my family's life, but it also changed the lives of two of my other band members. And believe it or not, it has nothing to do with music. So for the last 10 years, I've been touring around the world with my band Jolly and also been a producer with other bands. But what most people don't know about me is that I make most of my money as a software developer. Now this happened completely by accident. I stumbled upon it trying to build a program to help me write songs for Jolly. It really just started as a spreadsheet that I basically made spit out random numbers that would assign to notes that I could then put into my music production software and I would hear a song idea. I know it's ridiculous, but this is what I thought at the time. Actually, the first time I did it, it wasn't too bad. Take a listen. Now, I know, it doesn't really sound very good, but it doesn't sound like complete randomness, and this excited me very much. So I thought, oh, maybe I could hire a software developer to make an app for me, and then we could use it in the band to generate some starting song ideas, and it would eventually lead to more output and hopefully more money. It proved to be harder than I thought to actually get a developer to make an app for me, to make something which was essentially just a toy. So I thought, all right, maybe I could learn some programming myself. So I started watching a bunch of programming tutorials and they were just so boring.
All right, first we're going to type in public class program, then public static void main string args. You know how it goes.
I already knew I didn't like programming and this just kind of reinforced that idea. So I said, forget it. But again, this kept nagging at me. So I went back to it and I thought, okay, maybe I won't learn programming and then build my tool. If I could just build this program step by step, and just learn the right amount of code I need to do each step of the program, maybe I could learn. And that's exactly what happened. As I learned one piece of music theory and then tried to apply it to the code, something clicked in me. I thought, wow, first of all, music theory is amazing. I didn't know that. And it aligns perfectly with the structure of programming. It just maps right onto it. So I would learn a new music theory concept and then adopt it into my program. And this was something that just happened over and over again. And before I knew it, I had a pretty complex software program that I still use to this day. After doing that, I thought, wait a minute, this is really fun. I never would have expected how immersed I got into creating this program. It was really fun and I was learning so much about music at the same time. So I thought, man, I mean, I make some money in music, but I got a kid on the way. I'm in my 30s. Maybe I can make some money doing programming. But then I thought, again, I'm in my 30s. I don't have a computer science degree, so kind of unrealistic. But I ended up finding one of these coding boot camps. Now they kind of sound like a scam, but I will tell you firsthand, coding boot camps are legit if you go to the right one. Today, I work as a full-time software engineer. I still have time to do Jolly. Last summer, we did a tour in Europe while I was working. And I make a 6-figure salary. I work from home. I mean, today I worked on the beach. Check this out. This is my office. This is no joke. It sounds like too good to be true, but it's true. Now, you might be thinking, okay, wait a minute. Maybe you're just that type of guy. You happen to like programming. I'm not that kind of person. Well, the bass player in my band, Anthony, he heard about this. He saw my lifestyle change and he got excited about it. Guess what? He went to a boot camp. Now he's a full-time engineer. But that wasn't it. Annadale, who's the singer and guitar player from Jolly, he thought, wait, you guys are both making money doing this programming thing and you're still able to do Jolly? I got to do this too. So he went to a boot camp. And guess what? He's a full-time programmer now. So 3 of us in the band out of 4 are programmers. What about the 4th guy? Well, interestingly enough, when we first started as a band, the 4th guy, Joe, the keyboard player, he used to make our websites. And now I guess he just likes his job as a music technology teacher in a high school that he doesn't need to be a programmer. It's pretty crazy when you think about it. I was in my 30s as a full-time musician, and I just wanted to solve a problem in music. And I stumbled upon programming. I was positive I didn't like programming before that, but afterwards I was convinced I had to do this for a living. And the reason that 2 other guys in my band are also developers is because it almost is too good to be true. Not only do we not have computer science degrees, not all of us even have college degrees, and yet we're all working, getting 6-figure salaries, living a great lifestyle. The reason I'm making this video is I just want you to ask yourself the question, do I like programming? Because you probably think you don't, but I thought I didn't, and now I'm a full-time programmer. Anthony thought he didn't, and now he works as a programmer. And same with Annadale. The point is, you don't know the answer to this question until you really try to answer it. So you're probably thinking, okay, this sounds pretty cool, but where do I start? How do I know if I like programming? Well, that's a really hard question, but I think I might have the answer. Take a look over here. So I made something here. I made a program that simulates my path into programming, which is mapping on music theory concepts to programming concepts at the same time, building up your knowledge of both at the same time. Now, if you already know music theory, this actually might even be easier for you because you already know the structure of the theory and you'll be able to apply it to the code. But anyway, over here on the left, we've got some JavaScript. JavaScript is the most popular programming language in the world. A lot of people struggle with, what language should I learn first? Just learn JavaScript. I've chosen it for you, so you're welcome. And if you ever wanted to get a job as a programmer, this would be the language to know. So here's JavaScript on the side, on the left. And on the right here, we have a piano. It's totally playable and you could play with it. But what's more important is this button at the top that says play. So when we hit that button, it plays that note, that C note. But that's directly related to our code over here. Specifically, it's related to this number 36. So when we change that, what happens when we change it to a group of numbers inside of something called an array? So we're not just playing the note number 36, we're playing all of these notes. Let's see what happens. Pretty cool. And we could even take a look over here and see the note number values. So to me, this is the most interesting and engaging way to actually learn programming. You're learning another skill at the same time, which is music theory, and you're also able to actually hear your code, which is kind of unique in its own right. And guess what? You could try it out. So I've created a crash course teaching all the fundamentals of programming in JavaScript through this program right here. So if this sounds cool to you, click the link below and you'll get free access to my crash course and this software so you could follow along with me and really have some fun learning code. And you don't even have to install anything. It's just a link, you click it, and it works. If not, that's totally cool. All I ask is that you investigate for yourself whether or not you like programming. Because you might think you don't, but you're very likely wrong. Because guess what? Programming is fun, and it pays a lot of money. All right, well, that's all I've got for now. I'm going to be making tons of videos teaching programming concepts with different musical approaches like this. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I make videos.